Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another recap video. So as usual, I'll go through all the pairs that I identified in the weekly outlook video and then actually go to the pairs that did set up, right, which were the ones in green. I'll just kind of skim over the yellow ones because I'll do full outlook on them again tomorrow. So I'll just kind of skim over them for now. So basically we'll just start with GBPAUD. We had the crack above which we were looking for, but we didn't get a retest just yet, so no entries were had. GBPCAD, we had the crack above that I was looking for. So I said either, because of this wedge, we could either see it crack lower, come up retest, and then drop lower. But that didn't happen. We saw because of this bullish trend that we're in, the immediate bullish trend, we see that it cracked above the highs. It's now coming back. So no entries were had on this. GBPCHF, we were either looking for, because of the bullish momentum of the range, the only clear entry would be a crack above the highs, come back and retest, but that didn't happen. And we were also probably looking for like a crack below upon a break of this kind of shoddy shoddy trend line to look for lower highs and lower lows being formed, but that also didn't happen. Just a bunch of slow consolidation this week. GBPJPY, same sort of analysis. We're seeing the crack above, so we're just waiting for it to pull back into the level, but no entries were had. GBPNZD, same sort of thing. We're looking for a clear break above, come back and retest. We did have a strong bullish candle and it's currently retesting as of Friday with rejection. So, but no entries were had. We'll probably look more at this tomorrow. EURJPY, right? So price came back into my level based on this reversal type of pattern forming. So I'd look to see, if this is a confirmed lower high than this high, and then probably look for entries next week. But no entries were had this week. We'll do more analysis as usual tomorrow. EURNZD, stuck in this range as per expected. No entries were had for me on this pair. We'll have to see a clear move in either direction to get involved. CADJPY, price, what were we expecting here? Yeah, clear break above the highs, come back retest, but nothing happened. Or a clear break lower, confirmation of lower highs, lower lows, but that didn't happen either. So no entries were had on this pair. USDCHF, cool. So still waiting on this to come up to my level, hoping and praying. But it's just kind of really just been small moves, right? Small consolidation. No entries were had. This is the clearest entry for me, so I'll be waiting on that. AUDCAD, still no entries yet. I thought we would have seen this push lower this week, which we did see a big sell on Friday. But just being patient on this zone could probably be a little bit clearer. I'll touch that up tomorrow, but no entries were had on this pair. AUDJPY, just a bunch of consolidation for me this week. We wanted to see a clear break above, look for a retest, but that didn't happen. It just kind of moved sideways, right? So no entries were had on this pair. AUDUSD, we're having this kind of bullish pattern forming over and over, which I showed in the outlook video. It's currently retesting as of Thursday, Friday. We had this rejection on the daily time frame on Thursday, but no entries were had on this pair. So just being patient, waiting for it to fully set up. NZDCAD. Right, so this wasn't a trade that I took. I just had it as a reminder of possible reversal at this level because of the market structure that was forming. But because of the strong bullish move that is currently in, it's been in a strong upward trend for a while. Too many buyers in the market at the moment, so no entries were had on this pair. I'll look for further long positions possibly, but I'll do analysis again tomorrow. NZDCHF, same. I was looking to see if there was a possible reversal pattern happening here, but nothing was clear for me, so therefore no entries were had. Same story as NZDCAD, too many buyers in the market. long uptrend. The NZD has just been bullish for a long time, so it's quite obvious to see buyers are still strong in the market. NZDJPY, same sort of thing. We were either expecting to see it reverse, break lower, confirm lower highs, lower lows to look for long, short positions, but that didn't happen. Instead, what we saw was just this possible range continuation. But if you really look, it's actually been a nice bullish move, right, with a small reversal and a further push on Friday. No entries were had on this pair. I'll do some more analysis tomorrow. NZDUSD, same sort of stuff. We're having this kind of strong bullish move with this kind of corrective pattern. Probably have this zone here that's probably a little bit probably clear enough. So anyway, I'll do some more analysis on this tomorrow. But no entries were had on this pair. Right, so now to the trades that I actually did enter. Well, actually there's only one trade that I entered, so I'll get to that last, but I'll start with the trades that I've been managing. So Euro AUD is finally out. So as I said on my last recap, I scaled out most of my positions here at this level. All right, I scaled out on this candle, and I just kind of hold a very, very small position with stops just by this blue line here. Right, that was kind of my protective area. I did say that we would probably see, because of this kind of W formation, right, this formation here. I know the white on white is hard to see, but there's this kind of W formation that I've been looking at, and because of that pattern, I said we might see it test this trend line again, and that did happen this week. But you know, I was taken out. I held on to my short position because it was just selling for so long. It was a very small position, so you know, it's okay. I was very happy with this trade in total. What I'll wait for from here for bullish positions will be a clear break of this trend line, you know, showing bullish market structure. We are seeing bullish market structure here on the 4-hour time frame. All right, higher highs, higher lows. Probably yeah, I'd only really get involved in long positions upon a clear break of this trend line, right? So on the bigger, you know, on the bigger picture, it is still very, very bullish, bearish, sorry. So I don't know, we'll do some more analysis on this tomorrow, but I'm now fully out of my EURAUD position. All right, so the other trade that I managed this week was AUDNZD, so that ended up being a loss. So I'll talk through this position here, AUDNZD. So basically, I did analysis on this on the daily time frame, right? And in hindsight, I could have been a little bit more patient. So what I was looking at was technically, right, we're in a very big range, right? If you really zoom out to, I guess, what would be kind of this weekly view, you know, price goes up, it comes right back down. Price goes up, it comes right back down. There's no clear immediate direction, right? But you know, based on this sort of push here, we had a nice strong bullish move, slow retracement, nice strong bullish move, slow retracement, and it didn't get as low as it got before, right? So I just kind of thought, well, with this bullish momentum here, we might see, because it broke this recent resistance level, previous support level, I thought we might see it, you know, reject at this level and probably make a push higher, right? Unfortunately, it did break lower, and it broke very, very strongly lower. And there's a few things I could have probably done better on this particular trade. Something that I have been looking at more recently is how long price takes to achieve a certain thing, right? So we had prices currently at this level, and price took pretty much from here, from this low to this high here. Actually, no, let me do it based off of my entry. So if we look at where price was at the time of it was last at my entry, it took pretty much 1, 2, 3 weeks, pretty much 3 weeks to get to the high, right? And then just within a week, it got back to where I entered. So technically, this showed me that buyers were weak in the market and sellers were strong in the market, right? So I probably, I probably should have waited just a little bit more for clearer signs of rejection. I did drop to the 1 hour time frame to look for an entry. I'll just zoom in a little bit. So the candle that gave me my entry was based off of this rejection here and then this bullish move on the 1 hour time frame. It wasn't the clearest bullish move because we had rejections to the top, right? But I just kind of figured, you know what, let me stick to my analysis and just take an entry based off of this push. In hindsight, yeah, I could have done better on this entry, right? And we just saw price continue to crack lower and stopped me out. I believe I stopped out on probably Wednesday, maybe. So anyway, that was this trade for the week. So it's only my second loss for the month, which is unbelievable. Like I don't, this has probably been one of my best trading months ever, right? And I normally go, I normally do something like win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1, small win, small loss, couple small losses, big win. So, but this kind of back-to-back wins for me is unheard of, right? But, I'm taking it as it comes. So I was okay with this second loss for the month. I didn't actually update it, but, as I said, it was based on a daily break and retest of the daily trend. I got stopped out, right? So the next trade that I was in, I'll update this later. The next trade that I was in was the AUDCHF trade, which was a reversal trade. I'll just go to that trade now, AUDCHF. So we had price almost reach my final TP, but it didn't quite, right? So I entered based off of this reversal pattern that I saw. We had higher highs being formed on price, but on the RSI side we had lower highs, right? And it was moving into this daily kind of resistance level. So I didn't take an entry based off of that. I waited for price to show that it wanted to move lower, which it did. Then I waited for price to kind of retrace, which it nicely did with a confirmed lower high, right? So this high here was lower than this high here, together with a retest of this trend line. So waited again for price to show bullish bearish market structure, which it did with this kind of bearish engulfing pattern, which happened on the daily time frame, and I took an entry based off of that. Trade was pretty decent. It showed some signs of struggle at the previous support level, and it had a nice breakthrough. I think that probably happened on Wednesday, Thursday, and it's currently retesting, right, as expected. So a clear break and a retest is happening here. I thought it would have probably happened at this level, but some buyers came in, pushed price higher, and then we saw price propel lower midweek. We did have the retracement. It went up for a second bite, and we saw sellers come back in, right? So my stops were on break even. I've moved my stops into profit just about 1 hour, just above these wicks here, so that at least I can cover back my loss on AUDNZD, right? So I'll have 1 hour locked in, and I'm just waiting to see if price makes final targets. Either which way, it'll end up to be a profitable trade, right? So that was this trade, and the only trade I did actually enter for the week was EURGBP, and this was a lower time frame entry, but I'll talk you through the trade. EURGBP. All right, so what I saw here on EURGBP was this range that was being formed on the daily time frame, right? And I had a bias of longs based off of this support. Reason being, every time that price made a bullish move within the range, it retraced slower than the bullish move that was made, right? So we had this bullish move and a slow retracement, strong bullish move, slow retracement, strong bullish move, slow retracement. So I just thought maybe we might see another push up to test the highs again, right? even though yes, we're seeing lower highs and now confirmed lower lows on the higher time frame, my bias was some sort of bullish move off of this previous support level, right? So that was my analysis on a possible bullish entry. What I then did was drop all the way down to the 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, 15-minute time frame, and then finally the 5-minute time frame, which I'll just jump to now. And on the 5-minute time frame, what I saw at the support level, if I could just scroll back far enough to find it, right? So what I saw on the level was some divergence, right? So we had this price making lower lows, while on the RSI we were making higher lows. So that showed me that we didn't have enough momentum for a bullish, a continued bearish move, together with it being on the daily support level. I then waited for some sort of bullish price action. The bullish price action in this particular instance was this strong bullish move together with this very corrective kind of accumulation of orders, right? So, you know, strong push, correction, and then hopefully another push, right? Identified by this kind of this pattern here that I drew. So what I did, I decided to take a high risk entry because of how it consolidated after, you know, how it accumulated. I decided to take a high risk entry with a very, very tight stop loss. Stop loss on this trade was actually just over 3 pips. So call it 4 pips, I guess 5 pips with spreads and stuff. So I got my entry right here on this candle. As soon as this candle closed, I entered. And you know, price did exactly what I wanted it to do, right? I also thought I would take a second entry if we saw price clearly break, come back and retest, right? But we didn't really see that happen. And I targeted initial targets of this previous high here, right? So we had price make the bullish move, at which point once it hit my targets, I put my stops to break even. And then straight away, sellers came in, you know, and took me out at break even, right? So I closed half my profits here at this level, which was just about 5.42 R, and the rest was taken out at break even. Yeah, I think it was a good trade. It would be a trade I might take over and over again. But unfortunately, too many sellers were in the market at this point. So for me, for this week, what did I say here? So this was the trade at the time of entry. I guess just after entry. I guess I'm a bit slow with taking my screenshots on the lower time frame, but anyway, so that was the trade at the time that I entered, and then this was the trade at the time of closing, or when I woke up the next day, right? So that was the trade I just described, and basically the analysis, as I said before, so prices at the daily support level, H4, H1, and the lower time frames all showing hidden divergence, right? So I saw hidden divergence on all the time frames. Actually, it's just regular divergence. I keep calling it hidden divergence. Cool. Right, so I waited for a pattern to form, which I just described. Took a high risk entry due to reduced risk, and first TP was 5.4 R, and the rest stopped out at break even. Yeah, so that was pretty much it for the week. I'll just jump to the tracker. So we had, get rid of this. So we closed off one position, which was -1 R, and then we had one win at 5.4 R, and the rest was taken out at break even. Cool. So small win for me this week, but happy to finish on top anyway. You know, 1.67 return on investment, depending on how much you risk. So yeah, 1.67 R return for the week. Cool. So for me, for the entire month, I was very, very happy with how my trading month went. You know, like I said at the start of the video, I don't usually have months this good, but you know, you take advantage of it when you can, right? So you can endure the losing months that will inevitably come. All right, well, that's gonna wrap up my recap video for the week. I'll do my analysis outlook video tomorrow. And yeah, as usual, if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe and join me on my trading journey. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow.